away your inhibitions. Let the beast in you just get loose. We all young, wild, and different. We can all get hit from a little. I know you're terrified by what the future lies, but there's no compromising. It's my way or the highway. We all just slave the lust, heart building, breaking trust. Don't get wild when we come out, like don't get loud when the come out. That's instant. Give up what your friends think. Tell they bougie, go wait in line with them lame. Talking real rap, tell them break your neck, gon' bust a rhyme. Go on down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running well. Hey, and nobody getting, we on the town. Hey, never come down, I never come down. Lose it. I might lose it. Lose it. I might lose it. Everybody got guilty pleasures. Mine just tend to catch me cases. Handcuffs, police inspections, lawyers, judges, allegations.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Newton's Panthers going up against Bortles' Jaguars. With that, let's get up to Everbank Field in Jacksonville. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams here that came into the NFL together back in 1995, and off we go between the Jags and the Panthers. Fozzie Whitaker now on the return, and he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First carry for Jonathan Stewart. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Here's Newton now on second down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
Team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
First carry for Chris Ivory. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
The way he roared up and made that play, that tells me that he spent a lot of time in the film room analyzing what this offense does, and he saw something that convinced him he didn't have to worry about the pass. He could just go right now and make a play. I think if you're the offensive team, you better file that away a little bit. Maybe think about some play action down the road. You might catch him deep.
On second down, Ivory. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. The pitch comes to Ivory, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And the good thing about the top-notch safeties, they can play from deep coverage, or they can play close to the line of scrimmage, and the end result is often the same, a big-time play for their defensive team. And that's exactly what we just saw.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty. But there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Pop it up in the air, because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
On first down, Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. 23 yards on the play. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now a first down throw for Newton. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. A great read, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. When you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. Time running out here on the play clock. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So the Carolina Panthers offense trotting out there, and every time you look at their offense moving onto the field, you can't help but notice those big 6'4" and 6'5" wide receivers in Funchess and Benjamin.
Monster guys, and don't forget they both weigh 230 to 240. So trying to go through them to get the ball, very difficult to do. But their timing in the preseason, their increased play is evident. It's going to make Cam Newton a better quarterback. And when you've got receivers that size, it's not an accident. Their general manager, he told me, I like big players.
On first down, it's Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On first and 10, Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
To throw on second down is Newton. And Olsen over the middle. 17 yards on the pickup. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Well, still in search of the first down after that last completion. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they like this team does, read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Dante Fowler in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Here's Newton now on second down. Well, this is a catch by Ted Ginn. A very solid gain of 27. On first down, Newton. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Panthers. Now a first down throw for Newton. Completes it to Benjamin. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. The play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. And this will be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Throwing on third down, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
22 yards on the pickup there. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Trying to punch it in, Stewart. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Stewart. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And big problems getting the play out, obviously. This will be a delay. They come out here in the eye. And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera's going to call a timeout. He'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the run, Newton going to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Kelvin Benjamin from 6 yards away. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. On the return, this is Denard Robinson. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They start on the ground with Ivory. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Again, they run. Again, it's Ivory. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
So on 4th down, the Jags send out Brad Nortman to punt. Back deep for the Panthers, Ted Ginn. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern there because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They've what plays they wanted to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you'd think, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
11 yards on the pickup, and the Panthers are going to get a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
To throw is Newton. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
To the air again, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out come the Jags. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And some real confusion here. They won't even get to the line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go.
Now Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Another run. This time it's Ivory. And he is going to lose yardage here. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
They start the second half with a run by Ivory. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing his Bortles on third down. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I love it. He ran a hitch route on 3rd and 6, and normally that's not deep enough to get your first down. I'd say he really ran a hitch plus to make sure he got the first down yardage. Really intelligent route running.
Yeah, because what do you say? Hitches are normally 1 to 3?
Yeah, somewhere in the neighborhood. You just kind of come off the line of scrimmage and kind of show yourself to the quarterback and say, hey, here I am, present it. He went ahead and took it far enough downfield to make sure that they had enough yardage to pick up the first down.
They stay on the ground. Ivory again. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Throwing now is Bortles. Flushed out right. And some room to maneuver.
Every time I see a coach challenge a spot, that makes me a little bit nervous for that coach. Those are very difficult to get overturned.
Well, the biggest reason, correct me if I'm wrong, is just technology. A lot of times you just don't have the angle.
Yeah, I think all the coaches, when they want to challenge that type of a play, they want to put the magnets or the things, the sensors in the ball to show exactly where it is. But right now, it's all about us humans.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Looking to get the ground game going with Stewart. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, here's Newton. He hits Stewart in the flat. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hand.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here we go now. Go. Here we go. 50 left, ace, green.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Play clock winding down. And they will not even get to the line here as we'll get a delay. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Hey, Black 58, Will! Black 58, Will!
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Let's see, the defense might bring some added pressure as the offense is dealing with a 3rd and long.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue
The play
45.
clock's running down. And they just did not get the snap away in time. Toss play to Robinson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you?
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Newton on 1st down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jared Odrick in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try to get the running game going here with Ivory. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
They give it to Ivory. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll run here with Robinson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Denard Robinson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. One receiver right, that's Brown. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Paul Puslosny. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Hearns the man in motion left. Now Bortles. Looking and finding Allen Hearns. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, When you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On first down, this is Ivory. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Coney Ely able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Green 39.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. 3rd down, here's Ivory. Stiff-armed him. Now, the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Here we go now. Blue 45.
Hearns the man in motion left.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Ready. Blue 45. Z.
Bortles to throw for it on 4th down. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
I remember pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. On first down, Bortles. Deep drop. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try to run with Ivory. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Allen Robinson from 8 yards out. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And a touchdown there to help them expand the lead.
All you're looking for is as much separation between as possible. They've got to feel good about what that touchdown gives them.
Now receiver in motion left. Throwing now is Bortles. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They find some open field here. And he's brought down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Stewart is the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game. And if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit. Try it that way.
They'll run the option left. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
And while it's highly unusual for NFL teams to think about using their quarterback on key third down runs, none of those teams, save one, has Cam Newton. He's unique, one of the biggest quarterbacks you'll ever see. Give him the ball. Let him pick it up.
They'll run the option left. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Yeah, that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easy.
He got it for a Panther touchdown. Devin Funchess, 34 yards. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. Oh, little 360. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other
right?
sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use him all the way through.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And, you know, winning is good. Reasons, but if for nothing else, it makes tomorrow's film session a little more palatable, doesn't it?
Oh, indeed it does. Sometimes it helps you in the grading because the coaches will look at it, and if it's a borderline play for you, if you won the game, you might get a plus in your column instead of a minus.
For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long.